Do you guys know the movie that's coming out, Mirror Mirror?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Tony, can you move the camera a little bit so we can get you in the shot too?
How about that?
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, but you may also know this face from Game of Thrones, which I love, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I love Game of Thrones. Aren't you dead?
I'm dead.
Yeah. I thought I saw you die. But you died masterfully.
It was a good death.
And
yeah,
your head was on a stick.
Yes. I saw it.
Any of you guys fans of Game of Thrones?
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It is an absolutely spectacular. In fact, it was nominated, was it not?
Yeah, it was nominated for a few awards.
Yeah.
Won a few awards, and yeah, it did really well. You know.
Are you surprised that Game of Thrones has done as well as it? And I have to tell you, I was shocked when your character got killed.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock for me when I read it.
I'll bet.
I thought, well.
What was that experience like for you?
Yeah. But the whole filming of it.
Yeah.
It was great. It was fantastic. It was very exciting, fulfilling. And but it was tough, you know. We filmed it in Belfast. We were based in Belfast, and we filmed around there. And it was very cold, even in summer. It was cold, which was great for the film because it made it look very barren.
Yeah.
And but it was wonderful. It was like making a feature film every 2 weeks, you know, because of the grand scale. You know, it was a massive scale. And you know, and it was full of great people. You know, some really good actors in it, and
Including yourself.
Yeah, and they're still in it.
Yeah. Who did not die? But you've moved on to another project, Mirror Mirror, which actually I'm very interested in seeing this movie. I mean, it sounds like kind of the darker version of the fairy tale that we know.
Well, this was quite a very uplifting kind of story. It's very comical. It's got a lot of humour and kind of satire in it. So it's good for kids. You know, it's great for kids and for adults alike. You know, it's a very magical kind of tale, very colourful.
Okay, you know what? Let's open this up for questions so that you can hear from. We have Kim in St. Louis. We have Justin.
Hi.
And we have Jane. Jane, where are you? Tennessee.
I'm in Tennessee.
Russell, where are you?
I'm in Baltimore, Maryland.
Are you there, Russell?
I am.
Where are you, Russell?
I'm Baltimore, Maryland.
I can barely hear you. Your audio is very low.
He's in Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, okay. And Tom, you're in Atlanta.
Just north of Atlanta.
And Trev, where are you?
I'm in Yorkshire. And I would just say, I'm surprised. You kept your accent. I didn't really, because everything I see you in, you don't have a Yorkshire accent, and you've still got it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's cool.
I use it when if there's a reason not to use it, then I obviously learn an accent. But any other time, I just think use your own accent. You know, it sounds more natural. And, you know.
Yeah, well, definitely.
You can't be Northern, Trev. It just doesn't work, man.
What's that? Sorry.
Go ahead, Trev.
That was Justin. I think he's having a bit of audio problem.
Well, I have a question.
Right, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you like to? Does it amuse you when you get your scripts to go and see? Am I going to die in this one? Am I going to have another epic death scene in this one, or do I get to live through the whole thing?
Yeah, sometimes I sort of skim through it and look at the back page and see if I'm still in it or not. And then I go back to the pages. I see, when do I die then? You know.
Is this the right script? I'm still alive.
Yeah, I know. Were you surprised
that
you were written out of Game of Thrones?
Well, I kind of knew the story, and I knew that I was only going to be in the first season. So, you know, but it was a good thing to do, and it was a good journey that I made in the story, and it was quite fitting that he died at the end. It was a good death, you know. He was double-crossed, and he died quite heroically, and I feel quite good about that. If you can feel quite good about
About being killed off.
Yeah.
Any other heroic death though by now as well? Would say.
Sorry.
You say you should be used to heroic deaths by now, because Boromir died.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was the same story.
I have a question for you.
What about Yorkshire are you from?
Bradford.
Bradford. Oh,
Yes,
from
it's
the Red
Broadway.
Riding. Over there.
Sorry?
Red Riding, remember that? Red Riding.
I don't remember.
Some of that's up there.
Alright.
All right, Tim.
I killed a lot of people in it.
You killed them.
And then I was killed.
I'll check that.
Epically.
The question. Well, first of all, I have to say I am a big Lord of the Rings fan,
Yeah.
and oh gosh, okay, I'm calm. I'm doing a happy dance, but you can't tell right now. The thing is that I noticed you played like a lot of kingly roles. Is that the persona that you want to continue playing, or do you want to change the type of roles that you are seen in movies?
I'm quite happy with the roles I've played. You know, I've been very fortunate in that. You know, they're quite deep, rich, vivid characters, and you know, I played a kind of a bishop's envoy in Black Death. That was on a horse with a sword, and you know, in Lord of the Rings, it was quite a kingly sort of character. You know, very very noble, and likewise in Game of Thrones and Snow White. And but you know, I just like to diversify when I can and play different parts. The next thing that, you know, you probably see me on in England is I'm playing a gay transvestite. So that's quite a departure for me and something
Typecasting?
I'm quite proud of.
That would be a huge Marsha.
I got a question for you.
Go right ahead.
Like you said, you're known for mostly these newer movies, Lord of the Rings and everything. I remember you in GoldenEye, and I really liked your character Ian Howe in National Treasure.
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing anything in other movies similar to that?
I don't know at the moment. It's I mean, National Treasure was quite enjoyable. You know, it was a good, fun film to do.
Is there gonna be a 3?
Will there be a 3?
Did I die in that?
Well, there is a 3 coming up. There is a 3 coming up, but
Is there?
yeah.
Maybe I escaped from prison then.
You went to prison in 2.
I couldn't remember whether I was killed or not in that, so I did survive. It's all about survival.
I know exactly.
It's hard about dying.
To keep count. Any other questions from you guys?
Yeah, I've
Yes.
got one, Tony. Does it amaze you, coming from a Yorkshire background, that a Yorkshire lad as yourself ends up being a big movie star? Things like the Bond films, Lord of the Rings, all the other things you've done. Do you sit back sometimes and scratch your head thinking, how did I get here?
Yeah, I do, I guess, sometimes when, you know, especially like I'm here now in Los Angeles and, you know, in the studio and it's, you know, it's something that I didn't expect and it's a kind of like, you know, I just wanted to act, you know, whatever that entailed. That was like stage acting. If I did that for the rest of my life, I would have been happy. And the fact that things have moved on and technology's moved on and I've moved on and you know, and obviously much more experienced than I was when I was younger, and I'm doing better and better things and being able to make a choice, and I've had some good fortune as well. So I do sometimes look at it and think, wow, you know, this is, I didn't expect this when I was a kid, you know, and I never thought I'd be here, to tell you the truth.
What got
It's
you?
the mindset, though, isn't it?
It's a,
I was going to say it's the mindset, it's the Yorkshire mindset. We never expect to sort of achieve massive things like that. It's,
you know, you just think, I think that's enough, I've got that, but then everything else is a bonus, and you think, oh, and you appreciate it. You appreciate the people that appreciate you, and you appreciate the jobs that you do, you know, because as the guy just said, it's Yorkshire, it's you know, we don't ask for much really, and you know, we know how to treat it and we don't abuse it, you know, money or fame or whatever.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap up here, but thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to miss you on Game of Thrones, but I will look forward to seeing you in other things as well. I certainly will. Thank you so much
very
for...
much. Cheers.
Can we get a shot?
Some screenshots, guys.
Yes, please.
Come on,